This is News Today with WDW News Today. I'm Tom Corliss of WDWNT.com, and here now are the top Disney park stories from around the world for August 31st, 2022. Walt Disney World, of course, turned 50 on October 1st, 2021, and kicked off their 18-month-long World's Most Magical celebration, but now an official exact end date has been announced. The Walt Disney World 50th anniversary celebration will end on March 31st, 2023. It turns out when they say through March of 2023, it means through the whole month. Of course, formally before they only said the name of the month where the event ended, but now we know for sure it will run through the last day of the month. So our assumption was correct. Details as to exactly what will be discontinued have not been released, but it's likely that any of the special 50th entertainment, costumes, food, and beverage offerings and decorations will end at that time. But of course, as you know, not just from Disney World, but Disneyland, Tokyo, Paris, wherever, sometimes some things are just permanent afterwards. So whether or not Disney Enchantment will stay remains to be seen. Disney has announced that cast rehearsals for the return of Fantasmic have finally begun at Disney's Hollywood studios. The announcement was made via a somewhat odd Instagram video earlier today. It's cute. I don't know. It's a custodial cast member jumping in and out of a box that turns the Fantasmic sign on. It's kooky. When Fantasmic returns, of course, there'll be a whole new segment replacing the former Pocahontas scene featuring Frozen, Moana, and more. The lighting, projection, and audio systems will be completely updated as well. A date has not been released for the return of Fantasmic. Of course, we suspect they are saving that for the D23 Expo in just a few days. And of course, stay tuned to WDWNT.com and of course right here on our YouTube channel for the latest and greatest from the event. We'll be there on the floor to bring it all to you. 4 additional dates are now sold out for Mickey's Not So Scary Halloween Party at the Magic Kingdom, leaving only one date in September still available. September 25th and 27th are no longer available, leaving the 29th as the only night with availability in the month. Additionally, the hard ticket event is also sold out on October 11th and October 18th. Only a handful of events are still available, including October 4th, 6th, 7th, 10th, 13th, 14th, 16th, 20th, 21st, 23rd, 25th, 27th, and October 28th. While we've seen TRON Light Cycle Run testing its canopy lighting before, this week on social media, someone caught the full lighting package during train tests, including the canopy lights interacting with the trains as they launched into the attraction. Twitter user tparis3245 caught the full lighting package in use. The canopy is lit in its full blue lighting, which we've seen previously, but the hexagonal lighting that was teased was finally moving along with the vehicles as they went by. This, of course, is the final intended effect of those light cycles as they go by. The hexagonal light pattern will follow it. We know that because the ride already exists in Shanghai, where it already does this. News Today is brought to you by the Sunshine Flyer, the new 1920s rail-themed transportation from Orlando International Airport to the Walt Disney World Resort hotels. Start your vacation experience as soon as you step off the plane with motor coaches that create the atmosphere of old-fashioned passenger cars. And no two designs are the same. Just in time for summer, kids ride free. If you book your trip now through Labor Day, you can enjoy free tickets for kids and reduced pricing for adults. Tickets do not need to be used during this time frame, and to reserve, you have to visit sunshineflyer.com. In yet another example of Walt Disney World guests blatantly breaking rules, a guest hopped the barricade into a show scene at the exit of Space Mountain in the Magic Kingdom. TikTok user @mblyer posted the video showing herself jumping into one of the show scenes that line the exit ramp of the ride. She takes a seat at the table in the futuristic living room that is supposed to be off-limit to guests. Of course, guests misbehaving for social media clout is a growing epidemic, it would seem. Just a few days ago, a guest was confronted by security for bringing a surfboard into a decorative fountain at Disney Springs as part of a social media stunt. This is getting out of hand, and Disney security is going to, I think these people, they're going to start cracking down on these people real hard. So don't do anything stupid. If you want your pet to rest in peace, we shouldn't have written it that way. But anyway, you're in luck, I guess. A new pet bed inspired by the Haunted Mansion has arrived at Walt Disney World. Fittingly shaped like a doom buggy, this purple bed features art based on the iconic attraction, previously founded at the Disneyland Resort last week. The canopy features the wallpaper seen on the ride, while the back shows those ethereal vagabonds, the hitchhiking ghosts, in an eerie purple, black, and green. The bottom has a purple cushion for your pets to lay down on, and we found this at Mickey's of Hollywood in Disney's Hollywood Studios. So be sure to buy it for your cat, and then they're just going to lay in its box, probably. It doesn't come in a box, but if it did, the cat would sleep in that, and not on the expensive bed you bought it. Straight from the fifth dimension, a new Loungefly backpack inspired by the Twilight Zone Tower of Terror has dropped into Disney's Hollywood Studios. I told you more merchandise was coming. Of course, one stormy night long ago, 5 characters stepped through the door of an elevator and into a nightmare. And this time, it's none other than Mickey Mouse and the gang who take up the roles. Mickey, Donald, Goofy, and Pluto appear on the front of the bag, dressed as bellhops and the guests of the Hollywood Tower Hotel on that fateful Halloween night, 1939. They stand behind an elevator, but this is no ordinary elevator. The doors slide open to reveal Mickey and Minnie floating in the Twilight Zone. The back is a plain black leather with a small surprise. When you move the straps, it reveals an invitation to drop in anytime. The interior shows the characters on a dark red background alongside floor indicators. We found this at Tower Hotel Gifts at the exit of the beloved attraction. Our Disney Wish coverage is continuing with all that fun stuff for you to check out from Disney Cruise Line's newest ship is a review of Enchante, the add-on premium dining experience. We checked it out during our first cruise. Not everything went according to plan. Go ahead and check out that review at WDWNT.com to read all about it. Don't forget, we have lots of great Disney Wish content right here on the channel. There's 2 different stateroom tours you can watch. There are 2 reviews of 2 different cruises we went on. You could check out as well. And then my personal favorite, we do have that Easter egg video where I count down over 200 hidden details across the entire ship, from Marvel to Star Wars to Disney Parks, Figment. Everything is covered in that video. Make sure you check it out. Also in that video, there's a chance to win a really cool Making of the Disney Wish book. So go watch it, please. As the countdown continues to the debut of Believe Sea of Dreams, the latest nighttime spectacular to grace the waters of Tokyo Disney Sea, the Oriental Land Company has shared a first look at the rehearsals for the show. The first scene shows one of the wraparound screen barges in the dock behind soaring Fantastic Flight, with its access door open for dancers and characters. Next, we see a test pattern on one of the screen barges. And the first in-park shot shows the Jolly Roger, which sails around the harbor with an LED screen sail, similar to the Peter Pan float in the Tokyo Disneyland Electrical Parade Dreamlights. Finally, we see all 4 screen barges along with the central tower at the harbor's center during a full rehearsal of the show. How cool is that center barge, man? The barges display images of different Disney films, while the central tower shows off a galaxy-like pattern. More imagery on both the towers and the screen barges can be seen here. And finally, an all-overhead shot shows the top ring of the center barge lit as the screens around the middle show images. The 4 screen barges circle the harbor along with the Jolly Roger. Of course, Believe Sea of Dreams is set to finally debut at Tokyo Disney Sea on November 11th after a year-long delay due to the uncertainties of COVID. It was supposed to debut back in September of last year. So, of course, we'll have coverage of that. Spencer will be sitting there for hours to bring you the first show. He's very excited about it. A man who was responsible for so much incredible entertainment that we have seen at the Disney parks and beyond has sadly passed away this week. Ron Logan, the former executive vice president of Walt Disney Entertainment, was 84 years old. Growing up in Leavenworth, Kansas, Logan studied trumpet, violin, piano, and dance. He began performing professionally in the 9th grade and has performed as a trumpet player and singer on recordings, television, motion pictures, and with bands and lounge acts throughout the U.S. He began his career with Disney in the 1960s as a trumpet player at Disneyland. Ron Logan was responsible for creating, casting, and producing all live entertainment products for the Walt Disney Company, including Disneyland Resort, Walt Disney World, Tokyo Disney Resort, Disneyland Paris, the Disney Institute, Disney Business Productions, Disney Cruise Line, Disney Entertainment Productions, and Walt Disney Entertainment Worldwide. Logan was also the Executive Vice President of Walt Disney Special Events Group, Executive Vice President of Disney Special Programs Incorporated, and the founder and first president of Disney Theatrical Productions, which produced Beauty and the Beast on Broadway and around the world. He produced 5 Super Bowl halftime shows and was also a driving force in the creation of Illuminations Reflections of Earth, Spectro Magic, Festival of the Lion King, and Fantasmic. Logan retired from Disney in 2001 and became an associate professor at the Rosen College of Hospitality Management at the University of Central Florida and the university's vice president of special events. He was named a Disney legend in 2007 and has a window on Main Street, USA at the Magic Kingdom. In lieu of flowers, the Logan family asked that donations be made to the General Scholarship Fund of the Rosen College of Hospitality Management at University of Central Florida in his memory. We here at WDWNT were lucky enough to spend some time with Ron over the years at our various events. Some of those amazing moments can be relived right here on our YouTube channel. We just released yesterday from our Walt Disney World 50th anniversary celebration, the Golden Jamboree. He had a great presentation about SpectroMagic and so many other things he worked on for Walt Disney World. Of course, we also have a presentation from him where he talks about working on Illuminations. And there's also one more where he talks about everything he did for the Disney MGM studios in our Stage 89 presentation. Please watch those. Ron was always so much fun, and we owe Ron so much here at WDWNT. He was incredibly gracious to us. I'll never forget when he opened that Rolodex for me at Stage 89 and gave me Don Dorsey's phone number, which allowed us to have that incredible Illuminations farewell event where we had the entire creative team, everyone that was involved in that show, reunited on the last day of that show ever, which is a life moment I will never forget. I know all of our staff will never forget. I know our attendees will never forget. So Ron, wherever you are, thank you so much for everything you did for us. We will miss you dearly, and thank you for everything you gave the world. So much incredible entertainment that we still cherish to this day. For the absolute latest Disney Parks news, head on over to WDWNT.com and follow us on your favorite social media platforms. This program is brought to you by our official travel agent sponsor, the Vacationeer, the engineers of your next magical vacation. Sit back and let their team of vacation planning experts craft your family's next trip. The best part, their services are free. Visit WDWNT.travel for details. If you're enjoying the show, be sure to like this video, subscribe to WDW News Today on YouTube for more great content, and also click the bell for notifications. And hit select all notifications so you never miss an episode of the show. You can also support the entire team behind this show by joining the WDWNT Interglobe Society at patreon.com/WDWNT. For the worldwide leader in Disney Parks news, this is Tom Corliss saying, enjoy the rest of your today. Have a great, big, beautiful tomorrow.
WDW News Tonight is our weekly comedy show combining the news of the week, comedy segments, thoughtful discussions, insane characters, parody commercials, games, and more. Watch live on Thursdays at 9 p.m. and become a WIGS member to get access to a bonus post show. Watch WDW News Tonight episodes anytime and live on YouTube, or get the audio-only version on iTunes and other podcast services.